Hello everyone. So I wanted to go over what we're going to be doing this week, and it's super important that you watch this video in its entirety, just because if not, you're going to be completely lost. So it's not going to be super long. At least this video is not. So just make sure you're watching it in its entirety. So this week we are doing a branding project, and don't get scared by the word project. It's not as hard as it sounds. So I will tell you that when you go in, you're going to see three things this week, and that's it. One is going to be a link for this video, which is going to be right here at the top, which I'm creating right now. The next is going to be basically a Word document of a description of what we're doing. And then the next thing is going to be the actual assignment where you can click the link and you can upload your assignment when you're finished with it, and you're able to obviously download the assignment and then type on it. So what we're going to do this week is on Monday in Class Connect. If for some reason you cannot be in Class Connect on Monday, you have to watch the recording. You're going to be totally lost if you do not watch the recording. If you try to complete this assignment without going through Class Connect on Monday or without watching that recording, you're going to miss a ton of things that you need to connect to actually do the project. But I'm going to explain the project really briefly to you, and then on Monday we're going to go through and actually do a sample of a brand and what we're looking for as far as the writing is concerned, and just to make sure you get full credit and full points for this. I'm going to preface this by saying if you write this much information in those boxes, you're going to get an awful grade, right? It's going to show me that you really didn't research, that you weren't doing what you weren't doing what you should have, and that you weren't filling out those boxes as much as you needed to. Okay, so what we're doing is we are researching product, right? So we've been talking about branding. We talked about Nike, Apple, Marlboro. So we're going to be researching a product. I'm going to tell you now, you can't research Nike, can't research Apple, can't research Marlboro, and there's a fourth one because that's what we're going to cover on Monday in Class Connect together, and that's Red Bull. You are not allowed to research any of those products, okay? Anything else is fair game. If you're like, this is 6, I have no idea what I want to research, there's 3 here for you as suggestions. And I will tell you, Fenty Beauty has to do with Rihanna, so if you like that, obviously Dr. Dre. This JetBlue is probably the one I would pick because their advertising campaigns are so cool. They do a lot of really cool things. So watching and researching their stuff may be kind of interesting, but I think it would be interesting to do any of them. But if you're like, I already know what I want to do, there's a product that I love. So if you like a certain type of, if you like Adidas or Reebok, or if you like Under Armour, or if you like any other product that you can think of, Sony, or if you like Mercedes, whatever product it is that you can think of, you're going to pick a product, right? So on Monday, we're going to talk about Red Bull, and what we're going to do is we are going to go through each of these sections together talking about Red Bull. So basically, I'm going to tell you everything that you need for your product by showing you how we're going to do that with Red Bull. So it's pretty easy. So here's the important things to remember. As you are going through and you're researching, all I want you to do is every website you go to, you're going to copy and paste it and put it here. Every video you go to, you're going to copy and paste the link and put it there. So if you used it as part of your research, and if you're researching it to gather information, I'm not making you write a bibliography. I'm not making you write a works cited page. All I'm asking you to do is put the links here, right? Because we're kind of taking baby steps. We're going to do a little bit more next semester. So you're putting the links there. That's all I'm asking you to do as far as a works cited or like a reference section, right? That's really easy. You're just cutting and pasting, right? You're going up to the top of if you're searching in Google, you're going up to the little address bar, copying it and pasting it and putting it in. All right. So then the next thing you're doing is we're filling in these boxes. And I'm not going to explain these to you right now because I'm going to be doing that on Monday in Class Connect. So on Monday in Class Connect, I will show you exactly what you need in each of these boxes by using Red Bull as an example, okay? So you're going to be talking about all of this stuff, values, their mission statement, their logo, credibility, the type of advertising that they use, the sponsorship. So a lot of times they sponsor people, events, or organizations, things like that, right? So we're going to go over this on Monday, and I'm going to go through and explain those to you, okay? Also, product packaging and buying experience. So basically, what does it look like? You know, how is it packaged? Those type of things. So we're going to talk about those things. The last thing on here is the effects on consumers. So why the overall message of the company conveying through, what is it conveying through its branding, basically, and how does this company intend to influence their customers? So, and it can't just be to buy their product, right? Because sometimes the influence is different. It's not, obviously the ultimate goal is to buy the product, but it's not just buying the product. There's something that they're selling you, and it's not always just the product, right? So you have to think about that. So we're going to talk about that too when we talk about Red Bull. All right, so we are going to fill in all these boxes on Monday when we're talking about Red Bull. So after Monday, what your objective is going to be is to find that product, whatever you want to use, that brand, and then you are going to take that brand and you're going to fill these boxes in, right? So I will tell you on Tuesday and Wednesday, we will be doing working sessions. So what that means is you will be in class in a breakout room working. If you have questions, obviously you can raise your hand. Miss Merrill will be there with you on Wednesday as well to help. So it will be both of us. And then you will be looking at whatever brand it is. Some of you may be like, oh my gosh, flying through, and you may be able to do this fairly quickly. You may be able to pull a lot of information in a class session. Most of you will not get done in that 45 to 50 minute period. Some of you, it's going to take both days to pull that information through. So when you are done and you're completely finished with the project, you have two choices. You're going to either be able to stay in and help another student if you would like to, who might be struggling because some of the students in our class may need a little extra help. Or if you're completely done and you have every assignment finished in my class, you're allowed to check out for the week if you want to. I will tell you on Thursday, we are watching a movie. So you have that choice, right? It's going to be optional. You don't have to come if you don't want to watch a movie. But on Thursday, we are watching a movie in class. So my suggestion is for you, pop some popcorn, make some hot chocolate, and wear your best pajamas. So that is it. Super important that you watch the recording from Monday's session before you start this project if you are not in class. So if you guys have further questions, please let me know.